Makunda 1942 for 29 September. Years 1988 1 year. Zitonzi Wilson Boka. 2 years Wilson Boka ndio nzalini. Zvishavane asingakatora pension atikura mushana kwachipa madama. Ndakazvitanga 1966 asingakatanga 65. Tichichovha ndikashanda kumayadi tichichovha maKrismas saka Zvishavane maine ndobva ndipinza mukirabhu yavo mai mune varume vaikwana kuita 4 Jubek Nyoni, Kirisimbini, Titus, Timothy. Saka pandakangopinda nebasa ndobva ndagumura vatatu ndikasara Jubek. Saka ndobva ndakatanga kuchovha pa1966 ndakatanga kuchovha kumangura Chamber of Mine yemamaini yaitwa pagore kamwe. Saka ndobva 66 yacho ndobva Zvishavane yose yaruza Tiger 4 ama-athletes vese ndobva varuza Zvishavane ndokurama. Saka 67 hatina umanya nomutengo wechamber of mine Zvishavane munhu waubhadhara zvese kana musingadi kuuya. Saka 68 manje ndobva takadzokera kumanya ndobva ndakatanga kuwina number 2 ndakamanya 10 kilometers 21 laps ne20 kilometers 42 laps kujaha muviri niyo ndaigona marungo distance. Saka kubva ipapo handina kurega bhasikoro. Vana vangu first born day 65 ndine vazukuru 22 vana vangu vese i8 vakomana 4 vasikana 4. Ini ndaida kundiite 85 years ndichichovha ndine 56 years ndichova bhasikoro namborega ndakachovha nevana unofunga vamwe vangu vakazongodzwa naMwari. Saka chisuvo changu chandobva ndichitaura kuti vanosponza vese vana vandoda kuti vadzidze kuchovha matrek. Muno muZimbabwe tine matrek anokwana kuita 7 Mutare, Mashava, Shurugwe, Zisco, Wange, Brawayo, White City iri rakatemwa naDheri mupeperi yamazulu. Saka da kuti vana ava vachovha matrek zvataiti chito ndaichova matrek kubva January kusvika June kupinda maroad race kusvika December zvataiti chito. Saka vana vanoda kuti vazive kuno vamwe vanochovha maroad race vane power, kuno vamwe vanosara murodi nekuti masprinter anoda mutrek. Saka ndaikumbira kuti vanosponza nevanodavo mutambo vanoda kuti vachovha matrek kuharare kusvika Zvishavane iri bhasikoro ndakadodanga kuchovha sure nokuti ine nomatanibek. Saka ndakati pane mukomana ino nandisponza ake kana kwava nekutambo iwo. Asi kana ndikava nebhasikoro chairo ndichitirera ndiwo ndaigara ndichimusha pamadamu ndokuenda kumasvingo 120 kilometers ndiri ndoga cha ndotanga kuchovha magurupu ndochovha nhasi asi ndongoona kuti havafana vana.
When you're thinking of cycling in abstract terms, it's like chova bicycle and easy. But when you I hope you can take time as media to follow a little bit to see what happens when a cyclist falls and rises again. What happens when a cyclist, the bicycle is a puncture? What happens when one of them cannot move at the pace that the others say? So a lot of it centrally must be around the cyclist. How do you promote them and how do you get to learn about the individual and their ability to endure and still say, you know what, I'm Zimbabwean and I'm proud. This year we've put a surname to ourselves. It's Nedbank Tour Dyke, because Nedbank said we wanted to partner with mining companies. Nedbank has always, around outside Zimbabwe, has been known for its focus on the environment. And Nedbank is also strong in sports. So they've come in, you know that they are partnering with the national rugby team, the Sabos. So they've also then partnered with Tour Dyke. So it's now called Nedbank Tour Dyke. But we also have Simas, who are a wellness champion in the country, who are providing medical services to support the cyclists, but also to conscientize the whole community about issues of health and in general. Yeah, we've excited. I mean, I think this year we have a fair number of participants. Zimbabwean who has a love for the Great Dyke. You know, we have an 80-year-old. He's been cycling for 56. We have a young girl who came from Polokwane, from South Africa. She came by bus. We have a young man from Gweru who arrived in Harare at 5 a.m. this morning. because they want to participate. So you find that we have miners, you have mining executive engineers, you have people at the low level, you have people from the community. It's a movement that says we can't have the Great Dyke and yet be poor. And this year it will be the largest ever. By the end of the tour, we will have over 110 cyclists. Remember, it has the 3 laps. It has the Zimplatz lap, which is ending in Kwekwe, starting at Salu. And then, so you find some who drop here. And then you have the Unki, which starts from here to Shurugwi. And then you have the Mimosa lap, which and the last day, just Mimosa alone is bringing 52 additional cyclists just to come on. You know, one of the things that an outcome of Tour de Great Dyke, even us as YFM, we have invested in Palawani Lake World Resort because of the Tour de Great Dyke, because that was the question that we asked, that what other places within, and we have discovered beautiful places. And do you know that both Mimosa and Zimplatz have actually started as sanctuaries for animals? Mimosa right now has a place where you can find buffaloes, zebras, and the same with Zimplatz, and both are investing in various recreational facilities, because to be a miner doesn't mean your life must be the worst or you must be boring. So you need to promote it. But again, there's so much within the Great Dyke that you can do in Kwekwe, in football, and all those areas. So we profile also the social aspects of the Great Dyke. And you've got to be strong. So it promotes mining wellness. It says a miner must value their health for the mine to be healthy. And then thirdly, it says you can mine responsibly, and you can mine while taking due care of the environment. So charity, wellness, and environmental consciousness. That's what Tour de Great Dyke is. And it is anchored on the 3 main mines. The top of the Great Dyke, you have Zimplatz, the Hartley complex. And then middle of the Great Dyke, you have Selukwe complex, which is Onki. And then the end of the Great Dyke, which is the Wedza complex, we have Mimosa. And then the different cities and towns within Great Dyke is arguably one of the world's richest mineral resources in the world. And yet, it has not been sufficiently promoted and profiled. And so you find that only those that are specialized, whether in geology or in mining, understand the Great Dyke. And yet again, if you look at it, most of the largest urban concentrations in this country are within the Great Dyke. You have Chegutu, Kadoma, Kwekwe, Kweru, Shurugwi, and Zvishavane. It is potentially the area that could have the worst ecological challenges because of mining. Also, the contrast between the haves and have-nots within the Great Dyke. So we wanted to have a platform for the Great Dyke where, number one, those that have been privileged to mine would give to the less privileged in society through gifted children. So the first point is that it is a tour that is targeted at supporting young, gifted, underprivileged children. Let's face it. Gifted means young kids who are intellectually or otherwise gifted, but due to circumstances of life, they are underprivileged. Maybe the mother died, father died, or they don't have anyone to take care of themselves in terms of school fees. So what we've done since the tour began is that we identify along the route of the Great Dyke to say who are those, and work with the Ministry of Education to identify, and we pay for their school fees. To date, we have hundreds of kids who are paying for school fees, courtesy of this tour.